So we are at Colorado Bend State Park today.
This was supposed to be the first state park we visited on our Texas State Park adventures. It is Park 28. We are so excited to finally be getting here.
We have been told that this place has one of the most beautiful waterfalls in all of Texas, so we're excited to see that.
It also has 30 plus miles of hiking trails, which we're definitely not going to get to do all of today, but we're going to try to hit some of the highlights and see how many we can knock out.
So let's hit the trails.
I'm sure there's some sort of event happening this weekend, but I'm just going to take this as a personal welcome for us to Colorado Bend State Park. Just something to keep in mind when you're hiking in the wilderness of Texas. We just made it to the Spicewood Canyon Scenic Overlook, and we're about to head down there to Spicewood Springs. We're not going down that way. There's another trail that leads over there. Don't go down this way. When we checked in at the front office, the lady said that some of the trails are a little overgrown because of all the rain that they've had, and they haven't gotten out here to clear them yet. I'm assuming this ridiculously tall grass is what she's talking about.
We are still on the first trail that we started on. There's just too many things here I want to film, so we're like an hour and a half in.
This should have taken us maybe 20 minutes if we weren't trying to capture so many pretty things. It's just so beautiful, and there are so many birds, and I've somehow in all of the state parks thing turned into a bird watcher, I guess. I don't know. I just want to spot them all and take tons of pictures. But
we are almost to the pool and the spring, so we will soldier on.
Loving everything that we got now while we can. Light shows.
I am really regretting not changing into my swimsuit before we came down here. It is beautiful and the water looks so refreshing.
With no discretion, shake your shoes while our hips are measured and jump while the feeling's amazing. Lazerburn has made its way to the neon roads where I roam.
We were thinking about taking the long hike out to the falls, but now we're thinking maybe take this short hike and then come back and go swimming. Lunch break. If you are going to take the short trail out to the Gorman Falls, it is full sun for the entire 1.5 miles in and the entire 1.5 miles out. So donned a hat, got some water. There's a sign that says the high today is 93, but it's going to feel like 100. So if you're going to choose this trail, bring lots of water, bring a hat.
It's the Hat Brigade.
We've got to be getting close, which is great because we are both sweating up a storm. It is so humid out, but we just rounded a bend and I'm pretty sure that we can hear the falls. So hopefully we're close. We just got to the bottom of the trail and this is gorgeous and we thought it was it, but this isn't it. Rocks are super slippery. They're not wet, they're just worn from hundreds and hundreds of people walking across them to get down to the falls. The guide rails are there for a reason. Definitely use them, don't fall.
Colorado Bend State Park. Let's talk about the reason that pretty much everybody comes here.
Gorman Falls.
The trail out to Gorman Falls isn't particularly long, but it is rated difficult. In my opinion, if you're reasonably fit, you'll probably be okay.
It's not so much that it's long, and it's not really challenging in the way that like you're climbing over a bunch of stuff, or that it's just tedious. Like there is not 2 steps worth of even ground. The end is very tricky.
The end is definitely very tricky because so many people have gone down the rocks to get down to the falls. They are very slick. They have a handrail and I guess cables there that are in between them for you to hold on to, and you definitely are going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Also, there isn't much shade.
And by isn't much, we mean like 99.5% of that trail is full sun.
So I would definitely bring water, a lot of water, and a snack, and a hat or an umbrella because you will be in direct sunlight.
Yep.
We were here, and it's a relatively warm day for Texas. It's about 90 degrees. Normally, 95. Normally at this time it's like 100, so we're kind of lucky. But there are still so many people out and about that just had like a bottle of water, and it's just not enough, guys.
Not enough, especially because the heat is double fold. It's beating down on you from the sun, but it's also baking up at you because all of the rocks are in full sun, so they're just putting off heat like crazy.
Now, don't let any of this dissuade you from going, because at the very bottom of this trail is a beautiful waterfall.
It's gorgeous.
And I'm very glad that we suffered through the trail because it was 100% worth it. The waterfall itself, you can't get too close to it because it's a preserved area. They're trying to protect it. But I mean, we got lucky because nobody was there. Like one couple was there, but then they left, and then we had like 15 minutes to ourselves just to get all the shots that we wanted and to really look at it. And it is absolutely beautiful.
And I think my favorite part down there isn't even the waterfall. There's a tiny little waterfall and then the main waterfall, and in between those two there's this huge green space on the wall that's like all mossy, and it looks like a face in the moss. It's really cool. That's my favorite part. It's definitely worth it. It's a bit of a trek. It's a tedious walk, but definitely go. The other thing that we got to take in today was the Spicewood Spring and the Spicewood Overlook. The Spicewood Canyon Trail is what leads you out there, and then both the Spring and the Overlook are pretty close to one another. It was kind of nice to go up to the Overlook and look down and then go down and enjoy it because it's far more impressive in person. I think that was the best way to see it.
The trail out to the springs is pretty overgrown. The lady at the front, when we came in and got our map and checked in with the front office, told us that they're kind of low on maintenance workers right now, so they haven't had a chance to cut the grass, especially we've had an incredibly wet season. Yeah. You can still find the trail, just be prepared for grass to just be kind of against your legs and your arms the entire way out. Yeah. But it's 100% worth it. It is not a difficult trail. It is flat. No. It's pretty muggy because of the trees and the grass being so high. It's hard to get a breeze. But again, you're walking on the trail to get to the spring. And the spring itself was beautiful. And
so gorgeous.
When we got there were already some people swimming in it, which we weren't really sure if we were allowed to swim in it or not.
But you can.
But you can.
Yeah. With the grass as high as it is right now, I don't know if that's normal. I'm not sure what it looks like on a regular maintenance schedule, but definitely wear solid shoes, not sandals, just because snakes.
They have a warning rattlesnake sign on that trail.
Yeah, so closed-toed shoes. Just like with the Gorman Falls trail, the trail itself isn't the thing that you're going out to enjoy. It's not that any of them are bad trails. It's just that the carrot at the end of the stick is so worth it.
If you're going to come to Colorado Bend State Park, definitely take these two trails. The carrot, like Lydia said, the carrot at the end of the stick is definitely worth it. Mm-hmm. The falls themselves were beautiful. They're really nice. The spring itself is also beautiful, and you can swim in it, so bring a bathing suit. Yes. In fact, we're done for the day, but we're going to hike back to there because we weren't wearing bathing suits, and now we are.
We have seen 28 parks as of today. This is park number 28. And in 27 of them, we wanted to go swimming, and for some reason or another have never had the opportunity. We are changing that today because
we've got a new GoPro Hero 9, and that thing's supposed to be waterproof. GoPro worked. Hopefully. There's some people here. but it's nice and cool.
Yes.
Lydia's gonna jump off this rock into the water.
No. I will flip off of the rock into the water.
I'm gonna jump off this rock into the water.
Yeah, he's right.
I haven't been swimming in years.
Oh, okay.
So if you come off the backside of the spring, you can even walk up the creek. There are all these beautiful waterfalls up here. It's crazy. Definitely come see them. There's nobody back here.
So this is where we're going to end this one. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Welcome to Map Cap for Colorado Bend State Park. The first thing that we did is come down here and park here. We took the Spicewood Springs Trail out, bumped off onto this little guy to see the lookout on the Spicewood Canyon Trail, then came back down, saw the springs, backtracked. Then we drove all the way over to the other side of the park, and we parked here, and we took the Gorman Falls Trail all the way down to the waterfall, and then all the way back up, and then drove all the way back down here and enjoyed the springs at the end of the day.